at a story time or what? Hi everyone, my name is Naledi, but you guys know me as Naledi M Official, and today I am back on Hotspot to give you guys my little story time, as well as give you guys a little bit of a recap on this movie I watched, which forced me to tell this story to give you guys an awareness and let you guys know who you should stay away from. Are you ready? Are you ready? No, you're not. Just go get your glass of wine because you're gonna need this for the story time, okay? You're gonna need this. Anyway guys, so today I really wanted to discuss this movie that I actually watched on Lifetime. It's called The Wrong Mother. So now Lifetime, before we even get into this movie, I just want to ask, who gave Vivica A. Fox the budget at Lifetime to give us the wrong mother, the wrong nanny, the wrong father, the wrong sister, the wrong brother, and the wrong auntie, the wrong uncle, the wrong guy at the stop sign, the wrong doctor, the wrong gynecologist? She's got everything that's wrong and not right. Like, who gave her the budget at Lifetime? I just want to know. Like, I'm not fighting. I just want to ask. But anyway guys, I watched this movie on Lifetime called The Wrong Mother by Vivica A. Fox. So if you guys haven't heard of it, it actually premiered on the 5th of September. I think it was around 7 p.m. But it premiered on the 5th. And so I watched it when it premiered because I actually really like Lifetime. Lifetime has these nice little thrillerish but not scary enough to not watch alone kind of movies. So because I stay alone and I can't watch horrors on my own, I opt for Lifetime movies. So if any of you want to check out any of her movies, just check them out on Lifetime. I think it's channel 131. Make sure to check it out because they play a lot of those movies. Actually, I ended up binging on like 4, but I actually wanted to talk about The Wrong Mother because it's gonna play into a little story time that I want to tell you guys and kind of really talk about, you know, false friendships and false relationships and how people can pretend to be these good people and end up being someone you never expected, right? The whole entire synopsis of the movie, just to make you guys understand, is a woman who gets a personal assistant, and then the personal assistant basically ends up wanting to ruin her life. So that is exactly what I love about Lifetime. There's a little bit of thriller, but just enough normality for me to be able to watch it without having sleepless nights, you know? The whole entire plot of the movie is that this girl named Phoebe basically pretends to be this innocent character to Melanie, but she's actually secretly ruining Melanie's life. And now the thing is, nobody believes her or sees it until towards the end, right? Ciao. Let's talk about believing people you have no business believing in your life, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story of how my ex ended up dating his best friend that he told me not to worry about. Don't worry about her, she's my best friend, we're friends, we hang out, it's all good. Really? Tell me more. Back in varsity when I was still dating Jerome, after Jerome gave me like millions and millions of problems, there was one incident with a girl that he said was his friend and they actually ended up dating. So me and Hai, we have no qualms, we're good now. But essentially what had happened is back then when I was 19, Jerome had actually introduced me to this girl. Guys, he went to this new school and he initially was in a school that was in town, but then he moved to a different school, and in that different school he obviously made new friends. Now the one thing I can tell you about Jerome is that he wasn't the type to easily make friends, so he didn't lure towards people, but I think he obviously made friends from class. He had a really great personality. He has a great personality. So back then, obviously I would travel to go see Jerome. I was knee deep in it. I was yeah. So he introduced me to this girl, and for story's sake, I'm gonna call her Phoebe, because what else am I gonna call her? I mean, the story is right there. So at the time that him and I started dating, he introduced me to this girl, and for story's sake, I'm gonna call her Phoebe. And the thing is, I'd have to say, Phoebe was an amazing girl. She was so nice when I met her, and we actually developed a friendship. That's essentially Hi guys. So Phoebe and I developed a friendship. Well, we obviously would hang out together, all of us, but I understood that because they were in the same university, they would hang out more often together. So I don't quite remember what had happened, but I do remember we became close. Like we had each other's phone numbers, and when I couldn't get a hold of Jerome, I would call Phoebe if, let's say, I came to the school looking for Jerome. So what happened was how Phoebe and Jerome ended up dating, which they obviously aren't anymore, but how Phoebe and Jerome ended up dating was that Jerome and I obviously started having issues in our relationship. They weren't issues that were like, you know, disastrous or anything, but yes, there was a whole lot of infidelity involved. And at the time, I was telling good old Phoebe, I was like, Phoebe, you see what he's doing now? You see Jerezy, you see Jerome, you see what he's doing, Phoebe. So Phoebe would always comfort me and go, no, it's gonna be fine. I was like, sure. So Phoebe would always comfort me and tell me like it's gonna be fine. So she would even tell me like, no, I don't see him at school with another girl, because a lot of the time he would be with Phoebe. So at some point, hey guys, I've lived, hey? At some point, I basically had a confrontation with another girl that Jerome was with, and for this story, I'll call her Melanie. I had a confrontation with Melanie, and I wanted Phoebe to be there with me because I wanted Phoebe to basically sorry. I wanted Phoebe to bring Jerome there unknowingly so that Melanie and I could catch him in the act, right? Because I thought Phoebe was my friend. And you know what Phoebe did? You know what Phoebe did, y'all? You wanna know what Phoebe did? You wanna know what Phoebe did? She said that what I'm doing is crazy, and she basically told Jerome my whole plan. She told Jerome my whole plan. Jerome obviously didn't show up. Jerome and I think that was when we officially started breaking up, because he was like, how could you do this to me? And then Phoebe was also like, it's kind of, you know, she kind of called me a bit of a Phoebe. Phoebe called me a Phoebe. So Phoebe said I was obviously acting crazy and out of character, of which, I mean, if you think about it, I'm Naledi, so acting crazy, is it really out of character or is it really in character? So fine, anyway, that died out. Melanie and I obviously made peace with everything that had happened, and like we really get along now. But then a few weeks after Jerome and I and Melanie all kind of went our separate ways, Bojoko, Jerome and Phoebe, Tasha. They started dating. I literally kid you not, Phoebe and Jerome started dating, and they actually dated for about 2 years. Moral of the story is never let your man have a woman best friend. And that's my TED talk. No, I'm kidding. But they did end up dating. I mean, they obviously got along, but I think that was a blind side for me because I wasn't expecting Phoebe to obviously do that to me because I thought we were friends. But I think that was like a mild lesson about not trusting everybody you meet and not being so naive, because I have a tendency to be naive, especially when I like people. I'll automatically, you know, find myself moving towards you and wanting to be around you and instantly trusting you. Like, I have no reason to not trust anybody in my life, right? But that's essentially what happened with Phoebe and Jerome and me. So I think watching the Vivica A. Fox movie on Lifetime, I was like, so this actually happens to everybody and not just me. There is a story for every moment in my life, and that is why if someone were to do like a life movie on my life, it will probably win a Grammy for the longest movie anybody's ever watched in the history of watching movies. I really enjoyed the Vivica A. Fox movie because I felt like irrespective of the fact that she had made the wrong mother, she has made a lot of movies which kind of entail that everybody, you need to be aware of everybody that you let into your space and into your life. I think that a lot of the time we move so effortlessly and we trust people and we let people into our space and we never really know what people's intentions are. But you know what I can say? The one thing I love about Vivica A. Fox, she stars in all her movies. She's like Tyler Perry. She wants to direct, she wants to star, she wants to be in there, she wants to be supporting cast. She also probably does the catering on set. I was like, Vivica, girl. But I really like that. I like that she is literally a different, a different character in each and every one of her movies. So I really liked that, and I do think that in each and every single movie you learn something, or it's like a shared experience. So she literally creates movies of experiences that we've lived before, like having the wrong roommate. That's like a lesson on bad friendships and not necessarily trusting everyone. But even in the different situations that we have or the different elements, all of her movies represent something that we've been through. So that's actually what I really loved about it. So I wanted to do like a little mini story time. So let me know if you like my mini story times and I'll tell you more. But I think Vivica A. Fox could hire me just to add that little element of you know? But anyway guys, that is it. That is my little kind of movie recap / story time, and a little bit of kind of information on how to handle friendships in this day and age. Please make sure to comment down below and let me know what you think of the movie. Don't forget to check it out. It actually plays on Lifetime. It premiered on the 5th, but it does recur, so make sure to watch out for it. It's channel 131. But until then guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Let me know if you like these little mini story times and I'll make sure to create more for you. But until then, Naledi M official is signing out on Hotspot.